Maybe I should turn the audio on. Welcome to the Carlsbad Report. My name is Steve Olson. Super excited to go live with you today. We are going to talk about our favorite luxury listings in Carlsbad, California. Now, these listings are updating every single day. We're going to talk about four specifically that if you're looking for luxury real estate in Carlsbad, especially towards the water, these are four you're going to want to take a look at. Now, how do we define luxury real estate? It's really simple. You take all of the listings that are on the market right now and you go down 10%. So I don't have these right in front of me this very second, but there's about 163 homes on the market as we speak on November 3rd in Carlsbad, California. So if we were to order all of those from most expensive to least expensive, we'd go down about 16 or 17 or whatever that price is. Everything above that would be considered luxury real estate. Now, we actually have a fairly healthy luxury real estate market here in Carlsbad, California. We have everything from, I would consider luxury to be $4 million all the way up to, I think our most expensive one is $21.9 million, which we're going to talk about today. A little bit of everything. There are huge custom homes, big lots, tiny ocean view, ocean front lots, homes, condos, townhomes, all of the above. But today, we're going to talk about four. Now, I will put the links to all of these in the description below to the blog post. You can access every one that we talk about today, irregardless of its status of the MLS. So even if you're watching this much down the line and these homes have already sold, you can still click the link. You'll be able to see what it's sold for. Those links will be below in the description on the blog post over at thecarlsbadreport.com. That little link that's right there. If you are not getting our twice a week email, Carlsbad Report, then you can go to the website. You can sign up there. No obligation, no sales pitch. We're going to give you all of this stuff digested into 2 simple emails every single week. So without further ado, let's get into it. This is the blog post. This is what you would look like or look at, rather. We're going to talk about four. So we're going to go in order of price. The first one that I'm going to talk about, this one's been on the market a little while, and for good reason. It's very expensive. I think this is going to go down by far. When and if it sells as the highest sale ever in Carlsbad, California. And this is, for those of you guys that are familiar with Terramar, this is right on Terramar. If you've ever surfed Terramar before and you look up at the bluff and you see the biggest home with the biggest lot with the biggest view, this is that home. So if you've probably seen the for sale sign driving down Carlsbad Boulevard or the Coast Highway, but maybe you didn't see behind the gate, this is essentially what it looks like. Probably the most expansive ocean view lot that exists in all of Carlsbad. I don't know if it's quite a double lot, but it is an acre and a half. So there's plenty to entertain in. The home is completely move-in ready. It's pretty specific style in regards to, you need to love wood because there's a lot of wood in the house. Very warm feeling, which is a good vacation, I suppose, from the hard white scapes that we're very used to. So a little bit more warmer of a feel, but what you're going to find is in every single window is an ocean view. It's crazy. So that would be one that we look at. Now, I know the buyer demand for $21.9 million in Carlsbad, California. You definitely have your options, meaning you can go down to La Jolla, you can go to Newport, you can go almost at any coast. So there's a lot of choices when it comes down to that price point. Let's talk about the second one. I'll pull that up here really quick. This one is actually right down the street. Again, if you surf Terramar, you're going to see this home all the time. This is right next to the steps. It actually borders the north side of the Terramar steps. And for those of you guys that have been around a while, you know that it used to be gated. They have since removed the fence and removed the gate. It is wide open on the front. Significantly cheaper. So this is that home. The other one is right back here. I don't know if you could see my mouse, but the one we just looked at was right over here. So this is only 4 homes down. Still has an amazing view. Still has ocean view from every window. There's the back patio, backyard, 3 levels, unobstructed views. These views are never going to get obstructed. The thing that I love about this home is that when you live on a bluff that faces the ocean, and the water at Terramar, we do go through some pretty high tides here. That seawall is one of the biggest ones that exists. You're also protected by this stairwell. So that entire lot in front of you has already been protected. There's not really any work you need to do. It's a little exposed on the other side of the staircase, but I don't really think you have anything to worry about there. This has been completely remodeled. It's very light and bright on the inside. No more Tuscan design like it was a few years ago when it was on the market. The owners, I don't know if it was the current owners or the previous owners that did the work to this. In my opinion, they have done an amazing job. I have not been through this one personally, but you can see by all the photos that it's very bright. There's a great view of Terramar at low tide with all the reef exposed. You've got no blocked views whatsoever for sunsets, right, left, up, down. You can see it all the time. Again, every window facing west has got an unobstructed ocean view, which we think is amazing. Kitchen's been good. Everything got, they did a really, really good job with this. This one's listed for $11,995. They just dropped it about $500,000 a little while ago. It's 6,258 square feet, 7 baths. Only 2 of them are full, so a lot of half bathrooms in there, 5 full bedrooms. And again, if you're a surfer, if you love Terramar, I mean, the stairs going down to Terramar right out of your backyard with unbelievable views. This would be one, if you are in the market for a home like this all day long, I would be looking for that. Again, if you want access to any of these, just go to carlsbadreport.com. I will put all of the links in the description and in the blog post so you can access these both right now or in the future when they sell. So let's get back to the screen share. The third one I want to talk about, again, is also on the water. And I should tell you that in Carlsbad, the more you spend, the closer to the water you get. Now, it's not a universal rule because there are some very expensive homes inland in Carlsbad that have unbelievable lots with unbelievable views. But if you were to look at all of the real estate and rank it from most expensive to cheapest, it pretty much goes water, inland. But here's the great thing about Carlsbad, if you don't know about us locally, is that the whole city is essentially coastal. The temperature does go up a little bit as you get back into the Bressie Ranch and La Costa Oaks area, but it's very minor. They still get a lot of the ocean breeze. They still get a lot of the marine layer. Not all the time. If you live on the coast, you're going to get all the breeze and all the marine layer. And sometimes, like us, it never really goes away, which can get frustrating every once in a while. But the more you go back, the temperature changes a little bit, but the entire city is definitely a coastal climate city. So we'll get back to the screen share here. This one's on Ocean Street, so really close to the village. Again, if you're after water views, this is right on the water. So again, really similar theme as the first home, very warm, very wood, a lot of wood. So if you like those warm tones, if you like a little bit of that Tuscan, influence, this one's definitely for you. Same thing, every window you look out, you got the ocean view. This is probably one of the best pictures or the best features of this house, at least, based on what we're excited about, is outdoor kitchens that have like amazing views. And I think in Carlsbad, at any price point, this probably takes the cake all the way around. So this one's going to be a little bit different than the other ones where you're going to have your own, and we'll get there in the picture, but there's beach access right from the home. You don't need to go around or down anything. It's right out of the back. So there you go right there. You've got all this lot. It's gated. You've got a gate right down to the beach. So your own private beach access, which is amazing. All sand. You don't have to worry about where we live over at Poinsettia up a little bit south of this. There's a lot of rock, a lot of river rock on our beach down here. This is all sand, right? Little picture of the garage. Again, exit down to the beach. That's great. So that's the picture of the home. This one is 8.999 million. It's 4,643 square feet. And let's see, it's 4 full baths, 5 total baths, 3 bedrooms, got 1 partial bath. And it's, unbelievable. I think it's one of the best view homes of all of Carlsbad. Okay, let's get to the last one we want to feature today. This is a penthouse condo, again, in the village. Crazy ocean views. It's the top level. It's also the easiest one to get to from the street. So there's no going down to these bottom 2 or 3 levels right here. It's the very top one, which is good for a couple reasons. Number one, there's no neighbors up above. Now, the way this one is built, I'm sure nobody really hears each other anyway. But if you know anything about the village, over here to the right, this is Carlsbad Inn. That's Ocean Street that goes right here. So you've got access to everything back here in the village. Everything is walking distance. If you're a big coffee drinker, Better Buzz that just opened up is just a little bit over here. You've got Daily News Cafe. You've got Senior Grubbies up here. You've got San Diego right there. So really, if you are looking for the e-bike lifestyle or the walk and eat lifestyle, this is a really, really, really good option. Now, this is not the entire building for sale. It's just this condo on the upper right-hand corner, this one right there. That's what you're looking at. So again, right up here on the top, huge wraparound. Again, very warm feeling. Somebody asked me the other day, when we have these warm wood ceilings, which happens a lot in some of the Carlsbad homes, because when a lot of these were built, that was very popular. Can you paint over those? Like, can you whitewash them? And the answer is yes, you can paint them white, and it's very common for people to do so. So again, there's the beach, direct access. We've got the kitchen. Now, remember, this is technically a condo, so you're on the top level. You've got views everywhere and every single room. So it definitely needs to be, some updating based on some modern takes on this. But for the location, I don't really think you can beat it. Now, Carlsbad is a really unique market in that if you were to drive at the very north part of Carlsbad where the border of Oceanside is, and you go all the way down to Ponto where South Carlsbad ends, there's not really any beach real estate that's available, in regards to a lot. Everything has been built on. So if you were looking for a beach home or even one street off, there are a couple opportunities to build your dream home, but most of the time that's going to result in either a significant remodel or a tear down in Carlsbad. Now, there are parts in where we call dips, which would be down by Poinsettia. There's a couple rows of homes right there that are kind of one row off the campground, right? So if you're familiar with that, there are beach view homes, but they are not on the beach. The great thing about those, they're smaller lots, they're much easier to manage, and most of the ones, especially the ones that were built recently, have rooftop decks, which in my opinion are some of the best views in all of Carlsbad. There's a home being built right now in Terramar. I don't know if it's being built to sell or if the owner is building it for itself. If you've ever been Terramar and you go one street in, it's right on the corner where the Dome House used to be. I believe that's a double lot. That home's monstrous. It's gorgeous. It's got a rooftop. Again, I don't know the inside scoop if they're going to list that for sale or if that's for the owner. If it does, we'll report on it right away because I think it's going to be one of the premier homes here in Carlsbad, California that will set the pace for a lot of other luxury real estate in the future. Because a lot of the stuff that we see in La Jolla and Newport and some of these really, really built up, very contemporary modern markets in regards to square footage, size, pricing, and all of that. The great thing about Carlsbad is we haven't really hit that stride yet, but it is coming. Make no difference. I think that the amount of development in Carlsbad, especially in the luxury sector, over the next 30 years, I think we're just getting started right now. So I don't know that there's another place in all of Southern California that you can be within walking steps to the beach and still be around $2 million. I think our beach real estate is significantly underpriced. And if you drive down the coast, you'll see the construction. And I think a lot of people agree. So here's what we're going to do. Below, I will put the links to all of these, and you can see all Carlsbad luxury properties. Just click the blog post, either in the first comment on Facebook, or if you're on YouTube, we will put it as the very first link inside the description. You can view the 4 homes we talked about today and every single home that's for sale in Carlsbad luxury real estate. If you haven't already subscribed to our twice a week email, the link's right here. Go to the carlsbadreport.com, a little pop-up, give us your first name, email, and we'll email you on Tuesday and Friday with everything that we talk about, everything that we report on. It's like your backstage pass to everything Carlsbad real estate. My name is Steve Olson, founder of the Carlsbad Report. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.